Okay, so this is exercise 10, modeling for rapid tooling. So it's done in 4 sections. So you've got designing the core, which is the empty space inside the model, and then you've got the pattern, which is the exterior body. Then we subtract the core body from the pattern. And then finally we apply finishing machine features to the completed part on that. So we start off with this motorcycle gear case. So here we have all the sketches I kind of done for us on that. The first thing we'll do is actually go into this little folder here with the layout sketches, and just to kind of clear up the screen a little bit. We'll turn them off just for the second while we're using them, and then we'll start into creating a few of the profiles. So the first profile we're looking at is the core outline. So if I look at the core outline and if I do an extrude body base on that, so, and it's going to go in both directions, so it's going to go 50 mil upwards. So line 50 up, so 50, and it's got a little angle on that, and it's a 2 degree, and it's an inward angle. So if you just kind of, if you flick sort of a few more, you can see, just check to make sure that you're going in the right direction with the angle on that. So 2 degrees on that, and then the second direction again then is it's 11 degrees, 11 millimeters, and there's a 2 degree angle on that, and again that's a an inward draft as well. So again, you can check and just see yourself there on that. So inward draft, and that's that first little extrude on that. Next, we're going to do some fillets on the outside of that. So we're going to do apply 5 mil fillets. So if I get the fillet command up here, and if I pick the edge, so I pick that edge and use a little tool selection tool here, that'll help me kind of pick the rest of them. So you can see all them highlighted in the magenta color. So it picks those, and then I need to do the same in the bottom half of this. So select that, and again select those running around the bottom of that, and I click OK on that. So sorry, just change my fillet to 5 mil before I do that, and just apply that, and that's those fillets around the outside on that. So next then we're going to do a little revolve cut across the top of this. So using the revolve cut, we're going to use the face, the core face cut. So core face cut is this one, and we're going to revolve that around. You see it takes a fair whack off the top of that. So again, select. You can pre-select the sketch, and then do a revolve cut on that. Now, it doesn't matter if you do it full 360 or 180 or anything, because it's not going to interfere with anything else. So kind of happy enough at that, and click on that, and it gives me that little revolve profile around the top of that. Then kind of flipping down on the bottom side of that, we're going to use the core bridge. So the core bridge cut, and the core bridge cut is actually again just buried into this a little bit. So we're going to go in 2 directions. We're going to go up this way and down a little bit. Now the upwards and through all downwards. So remember, this is now sort of upside down. So the through all downwards is because I just flipped upside down. Looks like it's that upwards. So let's go to extruded cut, and that one is actually going to be through all, and then the angle on that then is going to be a 2 degree draft on that, and this one's going to draft outwards. So just about see that if I just flick that, so you can see that drafting outwards on that. And direction 2 then is going to be 5 mil. So just blind cut and 5 mil. And again, that's 2 degrees only. This one's going to be drafted inwards, so you can get that sort of smooth line running up. So it looks like it's all running in line on that, so you're not going to do that sort of step like that. You can just go sort of straight in at that angle on that. So click OK on that, and that's extruded cut at that. Okay. So next then, if I spin it around back to the top half of this, we're going to do the boss for gears then. So boss for gears, and again these are buried into this on that, and again it's another extruded cut on that. So we're going to do an extruded cut, and it's going to be true all, but first of all it's going to be offset from this. So offset, and it's offset at a distance of 8.5. So 8.5 there, and it's again going just up in that direction, and then I'm going to flip the through all, flip that because it's going to come up in that direction through that part. So it's up 8.5 from where that is, but it's going to come up through all in that direction. And then there's a little draft on this as well. So a draft of 3 degrees, and it's an outward draft. So make sure it's going outwards on that as well. Okay, so click on that. It gives me that. Then coming down, we're looking at applying 5mm fillets to this. So we got the fillet command on this and 5mm fillets, and on the top face, I think I can pick just a face on this and apply all those fillets to the top half of that. Yeah, so that gives me all that around the holes and all that as well. So selecting the face does that for me. And then the bottom side, we're going to just pick on the edge. So just make sure you get the edge on that. And just getting that and do the same on the far side. And you can always apply that and have a little look and just check it out, and if not, you can always go, you can right click on the feature and go back into it and add or delete any of the edges that you might have maybe got wrong on that. So don't be afraid to do that on that, but I think that's okay at that. Then moving down, we're going to apply a couple of a few more 2mm fillets. So again, the fillet command. So I just pick up those little edges. You can pick on the face or the edges as well. And that same difference. And then spin it around here. And we're going to just pick here on this. So there and there. Apply that. That's my 2mm fillets on those. It's magic to get it back on that. And that's that one. And we're going to save that body and name it as Sand Core. So I'll actually name it here as well, Sand Core. Sand Core. And we're going to save that body. So save bodies, and we're going to save it out. Don't forget to propagate visual properties as well. We're going to save it out as Sand Core. And you can see it's already got the name in there. So that's what I've done before. So I'll replace that one with that, and we've got that Sand Core. Click OK on that. And it's that one done on that. So once we've got all them done, we're going to really pop all them into a little folder. So if I just select all those items and right click and add to new folder, and we're going to call this one core feature. Features, so there we go. And pop all them into that. So that keeps all them in there safe. And I'm going to pop in with that core features. I'm going to just turn off all of those. So we'll just hide all those features there. So let's hide the core body now. So that clears that and get it out of the way. So next then we'll have a little look at creating the next part. So it's the outside body. So the outside body, and we're going to extrude that again. And it's 43 upwards. So 43 up. And again, it's a draft angle of 2 degrees. On that, and again, it's draft inwards. And then the direction 2 then is 11 mil. So 11 mil units on that. And this one's going to be draft outwards, so it's all going in the one direction on that. And so draft inward on the up direction and outward on the down direction. And make sure you've kind of cleared the merge direction box if necessary on that, so you don't want to merge them with the other solid. So click OK on that, and that gets that one done. And again, we're going to do our little outside revolve cut on that. So I can pre-select that, do a revolve cut, same story as the last time. Doesn't matter if we do 360 on it, won't affect anything else. So that's us done at that. Spin it around, and we've got a bridge cut then. Again, it's kind of buried into it, so we've got a couple of different directions to go. So I'm going to go through all. So we're going through all in that direction, and again a draft, and it's a 2 degrees draft here, and it's a draft outwards on that. So let's check that. See that? So just check that you're drafting outwards. Direction 2 then is a 2 mil cut. So it's blind 2 mil cut, and again it's draft. This time it's draft inwards. Again, just gotta keep it going in the same line. That one's going out, that one's going in, so you get the same angle of approach, if you like, on that. So click OK on that. Then coming down, we're going to apply a little 2 mil fillet on that. So fillet 2 mil, and we're going to apply that to this edge and this edge. Apply that on that, and in actual fact, yeah, we're going to apply an 8 mil fillet on the top edge here as well. So make that 8 mil, and again we can kind of create the face and apply that, and that's that bit done. And we're going to save that body as body pattern. So I can use that. Pattern, and we can save that one out then. So save bodies and body pattern. Again, I've done this before, so I have it saved. Don't forget the visual as well before you finally click it, and away you go. And that's that done, and that's that saved out at that. So the next thing then is we're going to use our combine command. So I'm going to turn on both inside and outside. So you've got the sand core and you've got the body pattern. So we're going to, using our combine command, we're going to subtract and the main body. You might want to come up to this for handiness. So main body is the body pattern, and then bodies to combine, and you're going to subtract it. So you're going to subtract the core from that, and you can just see a little preview of that just to make sure that that kind of looks all right. You can see it looks okay. So we can click OK on that, and that gives us removes all that material from the inside on that, and that's that little bit. And last little bit then is the machining of it. So again, you can kind of, we did with the core features, we could do a little, create a little folder with those and call that a new folder, and we can call that one main body or outside body. Again, just to kind of keep body on that one. Yep. And that kind of keeps everything into one folder just to tidy things up a little bit on that. So next then we're going to do a little surface machining on that. So again, that's just a little bit down. So if you're going to cast this, it'd be rough enough, and if you want that to seat properly, create maybe a seal with a gasket and that, you'd have to machine this one. So surface machining, and we're just basically going to do an extrude cut and through in that direction, and that just machines that sort of top surface, so that indicates the machining of the top surface. So you can kind of create a drawing of these little items as well on that. The next one then is the machine bosses. So if we just again extrude cut on that, and that's the opposite direction on that. Yeah, we're going to go through all. So that's just the holes for the screw. So this is the clearance holes for the screw on that. And then spot face is the next one. And again, extrude cut on that. And this one is actually going to, again, it's just going to create a sort of flat surface on that for the part to rest on. But in this instance, it's actually going to create a hole here as well through, but create a sort of flat surface on that. So there's one of those hidden in underneath that little lip there as well on that. So we can flip the direction of that, and it's actually an 18 mil deep cut on that, and we click OK. So that just cuts through that. You see it creates those holes, and it kind of creates the top of that. Again, you can go in, you can see it's kind of keeping the cast finish on that, so you can go in and modify those finishes. Do that later to tidy it up if we wished, just to make sure that it looks like a machined part, if you like, rather than just cast like that. So this is that. The next one then is for the little blind cut for the bearings on that. So there's a little bearings, and again, extrude cut. Down, and the distance then is 30.5, and again, just for the bearing, it's going to create a nice sort of finish for the bearing to sit in there on that. Again, the finish is a bit rough, so it looks like a cast, but as I said, we can fix that up. Next one then is the counterboard holes for here. So for our bolts, again, extrude cut on that, and on this occasion then we're going to offset this one 25 mil. So it's 25 mil. So you kind of look at that. 25 mil from there, and it's going to be again through all cut. So through all cut, and we just need to reverse that. So what that's doing is it's creating sort of a 25 mil distance from there all the way around, so that the screw lengths are all the same. So if you went around it, you'd see that the heads of the screws all seat the same distance away from the bottom edge, if you like, so that you don't need any special screws, that they're all the same length screw on that. So if I do extrude cut on that, take that, that gives me my little counter bore for it to sit in, and as I say, they'll all be the same length because they all came the same distance from the underside on that. Okay, do that. That's that. And again, if you wanted, you could kind of select all those and create a new folder, and you can call it machining. So machining. So that's your machining section on that. Okay, so that's that part completed. That you can save that and close that file then, and that's that part complete.